That's the spirit.
Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Oh, back again. Tell your co-workers, tell your friends. Now it's season 3, VPDs in 3D. Put on your glasses, turn on your TV. Steady standing Stelena. Ooh, Klaus in the house, troubles are brewing. What else can Catherine ruin? Call the MFPD, it's Ash and Petey. About to release more podcasts on the streety.
Poor Stefan. He gave himself over to Klaus to save his brother.
Slow it down. Sipping on veiny, swerving in my lane. Brother's bond in my vein, trying to kill the pain.
Just give me the cure, and I'll do whatever you want.
Hello, welcome to the Vampire Diaries, the Vampire Diaries podcast, where a guy is watching the series for the first time with a super fan who has seen every episode. I'm the titular Petey. Let's just say I put the Petey in Vampire, but please call me Pete. And I'm here with my co-host and co-parent Ash. Ash, hello.
Hello, Pete.
With authority today. We're a little behind schedule.
Move this closer to me.
It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a Vampire to pod to.
Hey, they can always re-listen. There's lots of pods.
Look, if we miss a week, tell your friends to listen.
Yeah, tell them that we missed it.
Ash, I feel extra bad because I know that since the last time we recorded, they were waiting on the thing that I'm about to do.
What is it?
Ash.
Oh.
This is the
I think I might know.
Alanis Morissette parody to Ironic that we were trying to do live.
I was so bad at it.
And the joke is that it took me an extra week to write this, but actually I just wrote it the very moment we stopped recording.
Yeah, you just needed that quiet moment.
Yes, I couldn't do it live. I needed a single moment. Also, I'm not going to try and sing it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to kind of go like, ma, ma, ma.
Yeah, just like speak rhyme, like you're reading the Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah, and hey, but if any of these listeners out here, these talented listeners, want to actually do it, like, and sing it, because I'm sure we got some good singers out there, send it to me. And I'll play it on the pod, and I'll send you Vampire merch.
Cool.
But so here's my version.
Wait, and then why? But why were we doing this last time? What was it about?
Because of friggin' Finn. You'll see. You'll see in the lyrics. All right.
It's been a couple weeks.
All right. It's like Finn when you just saw Sage.
Oh yeah.
Daggered for 900 years, and you die the next day. It's white oak ash, got turned into a steak. You got veiny and gray and fingers.
So good. Good job, Pete.
Yes. We were talking about how ironic it was.
I know.
He was sitting up in his coffin for 900 years. He sees Sage, and then he immediately gets daggered.
Immediately. Ugh. Veiny and gray is so funny.
It's veiny and gray. Fingers. All right.
I really hope somebody makes that into a real song.
Yes. I do too. We will make it worth their while. Ash, what else? What else is there to speak on?
I'm ready to get into this app. I'm excited to be back. Get into the land of the dead.
Land of the Dead. George Romero.
But isn't this title something about dead?
Season 3, episode 19. Heart of Darkness.
Oh yeah, let's get into the heart of darkness is what I should have said.
Just look in the mirror.
Oh.
Ash, I have to say that when we were watching this episode, we paused it and you said, 42 minutes? That's a long one. And I said, lol, no it's not. That's how long these episodes are.
I know, but I mean, I know. It didn't feel any longer, but just seeing the number, I was like, really? 42? But that makes sense, because it was an hour on television.
Jackie Robinson, 42.
Yeah.
It was an hour on television. Yes, it was. They got 18 minutes of advertisements. Mm-hmm. Good for them.
I was going to say good for them.
Good for them.
Jinx.
Ash, what's your favorite behind the scenes on set Marlon Brando story?
Oh, well, I'm blank. He was dating or married to Rita Moreno, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
From West Side Story?
Yeah. I think, I can't remember if he was dated or married, but then they had a big fight because he was cheating on her a lot. And
Oh my
then
gosh.
they ended up doing a movie together after they broke up, and they had this really intense scene where they're like screaming at each other and she's like hitting him and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And it was very like cathartic for her to get all that out.
Wow, you actually had something to say about film history. Ash, I had a funny thought the other day to do like an F, Marry, Kill, where it was like, Channing Tatum, me, and Osama bin Laden.
Oh, that's hard for you to put yourself in it anyways, though, because I want to do the first two with you.
Oh, okay. Well, then you would just kill Osama and Channing, duh.
Oh, yeah. I guess no one said you couldn't kill two of the people.
Yeah, but I just thought it would be funny to like, yeah, one you're obviously gonna kill Channing. No, I'm just kidding. But like you ask the person their spouse and then like a terrorist.
Yeah, that's silly.
And then a classic hottie. Isn't that funny? Mm-hmm. All right, and I brought it to you here.
Has nothing to do with the pod, but that's okay.
Look, when you leave me on red for a week, I got all types of weird stuff going on.
Are you saying unread or on red?
On red. On O-N.
What does that mean?
Well, I don't think I have this. This is going to be old people chat for a second, I think. Mm-hmm. But I think some people, when you text people, some people it says like they read your message or not. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Then that's
it's
leaving them.
It's like a read receipt.
Read receipt, yeah.
Yeah.
And so if you leave someone on red, you read it, you open the text, you read it, and then you didn't respond, so you left them on red. So they know you saw the text, but you didn't respond, so you left them on red.
That also sounds like unread, which I guess has a different meaning, because unread means you didn't read it at all.
Yeah, sometimes I try and leave stuff unread, because then I read it and I respond.
Yeah, when you're ready.
If I have read something and I don't respond, that's scary.
Well, on red, okay. Well, I'm old now.
Well, yes. We're ancient.
I don't look it, though.
No. You don't?
No.
No.
Are you sad?
No. I'm too old to process what you're talking about.
Okay, let's do it.
Ash, patented segment. Get
The
out
cold open.
your parkas.
I thought you were going to ask me what my favorite segment of the pod was, and I'm going to say the cold open. But then you asked me F, Marry, Kill with Channing and Osama bin Laden.
Yeah. In today's polarizing society. Elena checks on Alaric, who is in the Vervain dungeon.
Mm-hmm. When you type up your notes, do you have to remember what your little vocabulary words are for things?
I mean, I might be inconsistent, but let me know
like
if
Uncle, Father, Basement, whatever, like all the little things.
Sound off in the comments if I don't catch one, but
No, I think Vervain Dungeon is right, but
from like
a long time
season
ago.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we haven't said it in a long time.
No.
So I was like, oh yeah, that's what you called it. I mean, what else would you call it? I don't know.
I don't know. I do not have a glossary if that's what you're asking.
Maybe you need one soon.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I was just like, he's in the Vervain dungeon. That's just what it is to me.
Yeah.
Like a bottom, like basement room of Elena's mansion.
Yeah, Vervain Dungeon, that's the perfect name.
Elena is bringing... last episode, she brought him like a chocolate croissant. This episode, literature.
She's gifting him.
She's always bringing him stuff. All right, anyway. She's bringing him books. Damon put in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Hilarious.
They do some exposition. Alaric's alter ego hid the white oak stake somewhere.
I'm just laughing about the white oak ash.
White oak ash.
I was thinking about how
a stake.
I'm going to be kind of sad when my name isn't mentioned in every single episode moving forward.
Mm-hmm. If they can't find the stake, Klaus will wage war and kill people. Klaus stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Elena
I'm
is...
going to kill everyone you love. That's what he always says.
He said that 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
Elena is subdued in this scene, Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Klaus knows where Jeremy is, so it's not safe. Elena and Damon are going to go on a road trip to Denver. Cue Lose Yourself.
Yeah, when we watched it, I started humming the music.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun. It was Stefan's idea for them to have this jaunt. Mm-hmm. Which we'll get into whether they take a car or a plane.
I know.
A little later.
I was like, wait, are we going there? Okay, we'll wait.
He thinks I have... Okay, so she's talking to Alaric, so she's like, he thinks I have unresolved feelings for Damon, Stefan does. Which she does.
Yeah, he's right.
She wants to figure it out. Stefan is just up in the living room staring in the fire. Mm-hmm. Damon comes in with his bag for the road trip that we assume they're going on.
Yep, they're still saying they're going on a road trip. But also, real quick, I wish that I could stare into a fire more often.
Oh my gosh, I would do it every night.
I know. I really, Stefan really is living up the stare into the fire percentage of his life. It's a good amount.
Yeah, I mean, look, stare into a fire, drink some Brothers Bond, have a cool little tiny car, drink blood. All of these things sound great. Damon comes in. Yeah. Hey, they both got haircuts.
Yes.
Looking good.
And they always get a haircut on the same episode. They're like, all right, it's a haircut day. Here we go.
Well, like I've tweeted and probably said on this very podcast, when dudes hang out enough, their haircut cycles start to sync up.
Mm-hmm,
yes, it's very true. Group of guys hanging out together, haircut cycles. They're just something like it's the moon. I don't know, but it just starts to sync
Something
up.
in their hormones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Stefan is going to deliver one steak to Klaus because they still don't have the other one. All right. Damon says that he and Elena are flying first class with Miles. They're flying now?
They were just saying they were going on a road trip. Everyone's saying road trip, and now they're flying first class?
I've never flown on a road.
No, I've never flown in a car.
Not yet. I mean, if Tesla gets their way.
Well, this was in 2012 also, so...
Yeah. Early Twitter.
This is very confusing storytelling.
Yep, and we're going to talk about this so many times.
Yeah, because they
go
do.
back and forth.
I know.
All right.
We just kept being like, what?
They're flying first class with Miles. I thought road trip because of what Elena said.
Yeah.
Stefan just watches them go. He's unsure.
He's like, they're going on a trip together, but is it a plane or a car? I don't know.
Will they be watching planes, trains, and automobiles on their portable DVD player? We don't know. All right. Title sequence. Caroline walks into the decade dance planning.
Which is like her favorite place on earth, the decade dance.
Matt says they're doing the 20s, even though Caroline wanted to do the 70s.
I know, she's so mad. She's like, what the heck? She figured it all out, and now they totally changed it. But why? Because Rebecca took over the planning, and she likes the 20s.
She likes the 20s. They were a good time for her, I guess.
That's when she was with Stefan.
She was flapping it up. Mm-hmm. She flapped it up and wrapped it up, then slapped it up. Rebecca and Caroline are beefing. Rebecca insinuates that Klaus is really into Caroline. Mm-hmm. He did draw her a picture of like a horse.
Yeah. So silly.
Matt follows Caroline outside. They had planned all of that, Ash.
Yeah.
Which they fooled me and Rebecca.
Mm-hmm. They were putting on airs, right? Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Maybe. Putting on airs is more of like I'm a proper chap.
Yeah, but it's still like an acting thing, right?
Sure.
Like you're still...
Like a regular
pretending.
Marlon Brando.
All right, anyways, they were pretending that they were all mad and this and that, but they really actually did want Rebecca to take over so she would be busy.
One of them says to the other, tell him I said hi. Okay, Matt says, tell him I said hi. Mm-hmm. And I was like, who? Who's he talking about?
Yeah, they didn't say it yet, but now do you know?
Oh, okay. They were insinuating.
Yeah. Do you know who they're talking about?
Ty.
Yeah.
My buddy Ty. Okay. At that point, I did not.
At that
get
point,
it.
nobody was supposed to know.
Dang. I was one of the many of the masses.
I knew.
Stefan, well, you are the aforementioned person who's seen every episode. All right. Stefan lurks on Alaric. All right, Alaric can't fall asleep because he's supposed to. This whole episode, he's trying to fall asleep. Oh my gosh. I accidentally fall asleep several times a day.
Oh my gosh. If you're like, let me put you in this dungeon and here's some books, I would be asleep in like 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
I love to read, but they put me asleep. Let's be honest.
And I would be using those books as pillows. Like, this is awesome. I'm in a dungeon with books and I can sleep.
You fall asleep even faster than I do.
So I can't relate to this
No.
storyline. Stefan brings some Brothers Bond. That I also like. Some books and some whiskey. I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Well, you might party first and then sleep.
I'm partying then sleeping. All right. Read partying. They drink together.
That's called a book club, not a read party.
That's what book clubs are?
Yes.
All right. I haven't been in a book club, but at my writers' groups, we used to sip and just talk about stuff for too long.
Yeah, that's the same.
Yep. All right. All right. Alaric calls it a road trip also. First class, a road trip? Are they riding first class in their own car?
Are they using their miles in their car?
Oh, maybe they're using their miles at like the rental car place.
But why would you call that first class? And he said
Like
didn't he say flying first class?
Maybe they're driving really fast and they got to upgrade to like a mid-sized sedan.
Or they're living like a first class like lifestyle?
First class.
Like
You don't want me to do the
up in the car.
the Jack Harlow joke next week. All right. Alaric is worried that Stefan is worried that he's going to have to torture Alaric to get him to change into his alter ego. Okay, so the whole thing, he's trying to fall asleep to be this alter ego.
So they can find out where the missing dagger is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Man, Alaric needs to get with it. Fall asleep, turn into your alter ego.
And be like, it's over here.
And still I have many questions about Alaric's alter ego. Mm-hmm. It's just grumpy Alaric? He's not even that different?
When he's in the alter ego state, yeah, he is very similar.
Stefan, it's kind of like if I fall asleep and I get waken up, I'm also mad. That's just also what I do.
Yeah.
Like, huh? What? You're pathetic. That's what I would do anyway. All right.
Hopefully you're not also murdering people, though.
Well, we'll see. Stefan is hung up on if Elena is into Damon, of course. Cut to Denver. Cue Lose Yourself. All right.
It's not Detroit.
They make it unclear if they flew or drove.
Still, we don't know.
There's
still like, there's just like a scene.
There's a shot of like the mountain, so it's like, oh, they flew. But then they cut to a SUV, but they don't show the interior of the SUV.
No.
Driving by, we don't see they're in the car. Then hard cut to the batting cage.
Right, and like if you did fly, you would still need a car to get to the rental, to get to the hotel or whatever, the motel or the batting cage, whatever. You'd still need a car.
Yeah.
But did they drive it the whole way or just from the airport?
I don't know. Based on the waveforms that I'm looking at on my GarageBand, it looks like I'm screaming, so I apologize if I'm just so mad about this.
Oh, sorry. We should be quiet.
I think it's only me. I think I'm just like, they drive. All right, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. They probably are riding the gain, hopefully.
Yeah.
They're listening to this on like an old school turntable. Mm-hmm. But Jeremy's at the batting cage. We were both like, batting cages are not for us.
No, they're too scary.
Baseball, it's for the birds.
Baseball's fine, but batting cages, though, for real, too scary. I feel like the balls are going so fast and they don't stop.
Yeah, what if these batting cages become sentient and start firing balls at us? That's what, like, you're worried about robots taking our jobs? I'm worried about robots shooting balls at me.
Yeah, I know.
I know you specifically. You're like, robots are going to take our jobs. You see the self-checkout line and you're like,
That is not what I think at all. Don't put that out there, you liar.
All right, Ash. F, marry, kill. Self-checkout machines, batting cages, and sex robot.
I mean, it only makes sense to F the sex robot because that's what it's made for. I would marry the checkout robot because it's helpful. And then I would kill the batting cage one because it's dangerous.
Oh my gosh.
Don't you agree?
I wasn't even really paying attention. All right, sorry. We need to rein it in. We haven't done this a couple weeks. But yeah, I agree.
You'll have to re-listen to my answers because they were good. They had good logical-ish responses.
Oh, man. Okay.
Alright, anyways.
Alright, they immediately catch Jeremy up with what's going on. They want him to talk to Rose because he can talk to his ghost exes who are sending him ghost texts. They don't know that yet. All right.
Sneak preview.
Cole walks up. He's just there. Okay, so in hindsight, I now kind of know that Cole had befriended Jeremy.
So, Klaus had sent Cole to go watch Jeremy and, like, be ready to do whatever he needs to do with Jeremy in this master plan. And so Jeremy's like, oh, my friend's coming. We're actually going to, like...
that's the friend.
Hit balls or whatever you used to do. Snag
dingers.
And Damon's all like, well, you don't have friends, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, yes, I do. You are so mean. You never think I could have friends, blah, blah, blah. And then immediately they see him and they're like, it's Cole!
And Jeremy's like, that's my friend?
Yeah. He's like, that's my friend that I'm going to play baseball with. And they're like, no, he's an original.
One of my original friends out here in Detroit. I mean,
ever. And Jeremy is kind of sad that, like, well, actually, he didn't make a friend. His friend was just someone out to get him.
Yeah, I mean, that
original vampire.
That could be the end of like a She's All That rom-com, like 90s rom-com end of Act 2. Like, you were just a vampire sent by another original to be my friend. Yes, but in the meantime, I did fall in love with you.
Yeah, I do also like playing baseball.
Yeah. I am going to now hit your friend with an aluminum bat that I don't understand. But Cole walks up and immediately rocks Damon in the neck with a bat. Damon stabs Cole with the broken bat, but doesn't try to kill him. A lot of...
well, you can't kill Cole anyway, so without the stake.
Yeah, a lot of missed heart stabbings.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't want to kill Cole because he doesn't know who's sired to who. Cole is an original. True. He just wants to get him, like, out of their way.
Yeah. Just, like, put him on ice.
Yeah.
They stop at a motel by the mountains. Looked very nice.
Yeah.
Kind of... What if that was your college dorm room? You'd be chilling and partying
that'd be
by
cool.
those mountains. I thought it was like Jeremy's dorm because he had school. Mm-hmm. But then they're like, no, we drove to this motel.
Yeah, they're trying to get out of the way.
I was like, Jeremy, that's your dorm. That's cool.
That would be cool.
Go look, before class we're gonna snowboard a couple runs, right?
You are going off on all the tangents today.
Cole was pretending to be Jeremy's friend, and Damon says, "All right, Whoopi, what do you need? A pottery wheel to talk to these ghost exes?"
Yeah, that's a Ghost reference. You said you've never seen Ghost.
I have not seen Ghost.
I gotta see Ghost.
Damon, I feel like you don't watch movies older than like 6 months old.
That's my preference, but I will rewatch movies I've seen from before. But I don't really like to watch old movies for the first time now.
Exactly. You'll watch a movie that's less than 6 months old or a movie you love from 30 years ago.
Correct.
Those are the two genres.
You are accurate.
I'm more of a, okay.
You watch all the things.
I try. But I also should watch Heart of Darkness. All right. Damon is trying to get a ghost by saying she's obsessed with him. What? Damon is being...
What did you write?
Damon is trying to get a ghost. Okay, so he's like being like cheeky. He's like...
Yeah, he's talking about how Rose
is probably right here. She's obsessed with me.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, where's she at? She's obsessed with me. She's probably here following me anyways.
Yeah, Damon is being so unhelpful. Jeremy or somebody's like, tell me just anything about her. And he's like, she does one thing with her tongue. Grinch face.
Yeah. Jeremy's like, I need like really something to connect me to her. And Damon's just being really inappropriate.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden he gets emo about it. And then she's here, Jeremy says. Mm-hmm. Caroline is walking through the woods. Mm-hmm. Sarah McLachlan is playing.
When you saw her walking through the woods, did you know what she was doing immediately?
No, I don't know. Oh, yeah, I did. I said she's seen Ty.
Okay. There you go.
You have no idea how much I missed you, he says. They smooch. They go to the Uncle Basement to make out. You asked about the Uncle Basement Vervain Dungeon, Uncle Basement. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. These are just what these things are called.
They are now, yeah. They make out and then some.
Yeah, we get there, I think. Matt drove Rebecca home. She wonders why he's being nice to her.
And he's like, oh, it's sad that someone can't just drive you home without you, like, thinking it's something else. But she's actually right because they were just trying to occupy her while everyone was doing all the things.
Mm-hmm. Matt is gaslighting her. Mm-hmm. She says she'll have to compel herself a date to the dance. Oh, pity party for her. She walks into the house all happy, but then her mom is there. She whooshes over and presses her mom up on the wall and says, why shouldn't I kill you?
Yeah, because the mom is trying to kill all the kids.
And then the mom says, because I'm dying. Mm-hmm. Which I would argue is not a good reason. I would say that's a better reason. Like, right. Oh, you're dying? I'll kill you.
Yeah, just like, I was going to kill you anyways. Now you're dying. Great.
Yeah. You could either, like, wait or just do what you want to do, which is kill her. Yeah. All right, marry F. kill. No. Just kidding. All right. Rose is there. She enjoys being dead.
We're back at the motel.
Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Mm-hmm. Jeremy is being a bad translator, not translating the whole thing.
I know. I hate that about that kind of thing. Like, if you are the person communicating with the ghosts, you should say what they said word for word, not paraphrase it and say, like, your own little thing.
Exactly.
It's not accurate.
Rose is rooting for Damon and Elena.
Team Delana.
No original sired her. It was Mary Porter.
Yeah, Mary Porter. I was like, that sounds exactly like Harry Potter. Mary Porter.
You can't do a character named Mary Porter.
No, you can't. It's Mary Porter.
Mary Porter.
Mary Porter.
I decline that name.
Yeah.
No original sired her though.
No, so they didn't get a quick answer. They have to go figure out who sired Mary Porter.
I think it was A.J. Growlings. Stefan and Alaric are talking about Jeremy. Is his ring turning him too? Is Jeremy wake up slightly grumpy and murdering people? Alaric's alter ego is militant and hates vampires. Maybe Jeremy's a pacifist.
Yeah,
his alter ego.
Jeremy's a kill guy. A kill guy.
A kill guy?
A chill guy.
A chill guy? From a chill guy to a kill guy. I mean, story as old as time. Klaus walks in. He found one steak.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I know. I only have one.
And just now, Klaus learns about how killing the OG will kill the line.
Yeah, that made his eyes go big. And
so he knocks out Alaric because he wants Alaric to be his other self. But Ash, I said, is that the same as sleeping? Will that work? Mm-hmm. Does that count? He just knocks out Alaric and that's supposed to work? And it does work?
Yeah, he worked. Okay. Yeah. he
I forgot if that was what worked.
It worked.
Right. Klaus, but he killed Alaric, Ash.
Right.
Stefan calls Damon to catch him up. He's mad to hear that Damon is at the Hotel Motel Holiday Inn.
Yeah, but listen, the reason why it works is because that's what's been happening. The more times that he's been getting killed and coming back to life, the more times that this alter ego has been coming out. Like when he first got the ring, he was chilling. Yeah. But it's the more times that he cheats death that it is like his alter ego is more like present. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense if there's some correlation between being dead and being alter ego. Mm-hmm.
Well, it is.
Jeremy asks Elena what's up with Elena and Damon.
No, Elena's in such denial.
She's so low-key this episode. She's like,
Yeah, she's kind of sleepy.
She's been hitting the CBD on this joke. Esther is drawing her power from the Bennett witch line. Abby died, a.k.a. is a vampire. Right. Abby Bennett, Bonnie's mom.
Mm-hmm. Who then later ran away from Bonnie.
The connection was severed. Her body is weakened. And I said, so is she dying or weak?
Right, yeah. This mom is saying some weird stuff.
Pick one.
That's how you feel like, people are lying on the show when they start saying their long explanations and you're like, this makes no sense.
I know. Flying or driving, dying or weak. I need some hard answers.
Exactly.
I need some evidence.
Flying or driving. That's very important.
All right. F, marry, kill, flying, driving, and dying.
I'm not answering.
No one should live for 1,000 years, this mom thinks, Esther.
Yeah, she's saying that she's doing it, like, out of, like, love. Like, I'm going to kill you guys because I've been watching you and, like, you've been so miserable for so many years, blah, 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 so now I'm going to kill you. It's like,
makes sense.
Couldn't you maybe, like, just help them have, like, a good life?
No. Esther starts shaking and falls down.
Yeah, wasn't that so abrupt?
Yeah.
That was weird.
Klaus walks in. Caroline and Ty are unrobed.
Disrobed.
Ty needs to figure out how to deal with Klaus. And tell him to suck it, he says.
Because Ty has been out in the woods or whatever on purpose, changing into a werewolf over and over and over again so that he can break the sire bond.
100 times in the mountains.
Ugh.
He went out to watch guys change.
100 times.
100 times. Caroline tells
blame him.
Ty about the bloodline stuff. If he finds out it wasn't Klaus. Okay, so if they find out, like, Klaus isn't the bloodline to these vamps, they're going to kill Klaus. And if Klaus dies, Ty dies. His shirts. Ty dies.
Ty dies. Oh, his shirts.
His shirts.
I was like, what are you saying? Yeah, so it's like Tyler doesn't want Klaus to die now because then he'll die.
Yes.
Isn't it good that Klaus hasn't died yet? Because otherwise people would be so sad all of a sudden, so confused.
Yeah, I mean...
They tried to kill him for so long.
Yeah, I mean, Maybe Stefan would be dead.
Maybe.
They might be in the same line. I mean, they were friends or whatever. Damon is walking around shirtless with some brothers bond. Elena is creeping and peeping. He catches her and looks like he's about to whoosh over there. Instead, he walks over there and lays down. He never told her about what he did for Rose.
Yeah, she's like, you never told me that. Because he, like, helped her die peacefully by giving her, like, a dream that she wanted to have when she was dying.
And why don't people see the good in him? He doesn't want to have to live up to anyone's expectations.
Mm-hmm.
I said this is one of the better directed episodes, despite the complaints we have.
Yeah, that's more story complaint than directing.
Yeah, I think like the shots and the mood and Elena's chill vibes were good direction, but then the story where we're like, did they drive? What's going on?
But I was going to say something. Oh, the vampire power where you can give people visions and dreams so that they can die peacefully is a power that I like about vampires. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's not that known to me.
But it's true in this show.
Sure. Elena is in full makeup and jewelry in this bed.
You were like, why don't you go to bed like that? I don't need it.
And plus, I do that.
You go to bed in jewelry?
Yep. All of my chains. They don't call me 2 Chains for nothing.
Petey chains?
Petey boy. They hold hands and she can't
Petey
deal.
Pobs.
Take your shirt off. Twist it around your head. All right. She can't. They hold hands and she can't deal, Ash.
Yeah.
Sometimes hand holding. All right, Ash.
It's the gateway drug.
Marry, hand holding, kill.
No.
All right. She goes out and stands by the cold drinks vending machine. But Damon follows her.
They got some Fruitopia in there.
Ooh, Fruitopia. All right, marry, F, kill. Fruitopia.
I'm not marrying effing these inanimate objects, okay?
All right. Okay, but would you rather Fruitopia or Orbits?
Fruitopia.
Okay. You remember Orbits, though?
Yeah.
All right.
What about you?
Orbits, I think, was gross. I don't know.
Yeah, agree.
I think Fruitopia is probably gross, too.
It's probably right now it tastes bad.
Ugh. These sweet juices.
Yeah, so sweet.
What about
I think I would get their pink lemonade.
What about the lemonade in the 20 ounce? It's so gross.
The Minute Maid one?
Yeah, Minute
Yeah,
Maid.
it's too much.
Ugh. Tasted like lemon acid.
I thought you were gonna say lemon ass. No, but my there's someone I dated in high school called it the Fruitopia flavor papaya.
It's a papaya.
Is it a papaya?
And mango.
When we were out in the sticks, we didn't know what papaya was.
You weren't from the islands?
It was funny though. All right, cold drinks.
Yeah, they're making out, Ash.
I know, powerful kisses, but it's not Stefan.
They're pressing up against the machine, and just Fruitopias are just dunk 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 dunk. Jeremy breaks it up. Rose found Mary Porter. She lives in Hogwarts. Alaric comes back to life. Alaric takes off the ring, hoping his... See, he didn't even pop up as the alter ego. He takes off the ring, hoping his dark side defends himself against death.
Oh, yeah, you're right, because then he has to beat him up.
Alaric is crazy, I said. Damon and Jeremy and Elena roll up to Kansas very quickly. Like, it's the same night they get from... Detroit?
They must have
Denver?
They must have flown. But they show up in a car.
And who has a flight in the middle of the night?
And that 1 second you need it.
From, all right, Denver, right? From Denver to Kansas, which that's some middle America stuff that I'm not worried about.
I'm looking this up because this is crazy.
This might be my coastal elitism, but those are some flyovers.
I'm with you.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Not to alienate
Are we going Denver?
We're not alienating our flyover listeners.
But it's true for us because we only usually fly from coast to coast.
Oh, I drive there all the time, and the culture there is beautiful.
Kansas?
Uh-huh. Kansas to either Denver or Detroit.
8 hours
Okay, so
driving.
maybe it doesn't look actually that far. But probably our Kansas fans are like, that's far.
That's far, especially because, like, I don't even think... I think they left at night, and then it was still night.
Yeah, maybe they left at, like, sun down, and they got up, like... They got there, like, right before sunrise.
Yeah, I don't know.
8 hours. Ash. It looks like vampire hoarders in there. Right? Isn't it all cluttery in there?
It's vampire hoarders.
Vampire hoarders.
Even in the recap blog, it calls it vampire hoarders.
Really? Mm-hmm. Maybe they said it in the show.
Oh, maybe they do.
Damon knows Scary Mary from You Know, so he was getting it on with her.
Yeah, he's just doing it to everyone.
And then they find Mary and Cole has stabbed her.
Oh, Mary Potter.
Mary Potter.
R.I.P.
Stefan is beating up Alaric, but gets H for B when Alaric starts bleeding. Stefan throws Alaric against the wall. He changes to his vampire-hating self, Alaric does. Mm-hmm. Cole killed Mary so that Damon would never know who he was descended from. And then Cole hits Damon with a bat again.
Dang it, Cole.
Stefan is trying to learn where the stake is from Alaric. Dark Alaric. I don't know. Alaric insults him. You're all going to burn. Alaric put the stake in the cave where no vampire can get it. Mm-hmm. Klaus and Rebecca are in the living room. Mm-hmm. Elena and Damon. Damon fixes his broken back, and Elena has a little boo-boo. Mm-hmm. Damon wonders about their relationship. Stefan thinks I have feelings for you, and I said, seems like she does. Damon wants clarity on this relationship. Elena says he sabotages things. And this time, you'll have to figure it out yourself, the relationship between the two of them. And I said, Ash, they doubled down on this Damon storyline. Mm-hmm. They're on again, off again.
I know.
They're Ross and Rachel.
They have not figured it out.
No.
No, but I still want her to be with Stefan.
I feel like it's weird that they did this storyline again and also like this original stuff again. It seems like we already got past that and now we're just doing the same beats.
Yeah, I can see that. Are you Stelena or Delana?
I'm Delana. Mm-hmm. Delana all Dana. Rebecca is taking Alaric to the cave to get the stake. Now what? Is Klaus going to kill Stefan? He's had every chance and hasn't. Klaus wants his friend back, the Ripper. Mm-hmm. I said again with all this stuff?
Yeah, because Klaus wants friends. And he's going to kill everyone else's family, but he only wants friends and people to love him. It's just their personality, so that's why it's like cycling through again.
I know, but I would be nervous if I was writing this stuff because I'd be like, are these the same beats? Which they are. Mm-hmm.
But in this time they're in Kansas and whatever.
We're not in Kansas anymore, Ash.
Yeah, what are you doing?
All right, stake me or get out of my house. Damon and Elena are road tripping. Jeremy and Rose are there. Rose tells Jeremy Elena makes Damon a better person. Mm-hmm. Agree?
That's true.
He changes her too. He challenges and surprises her.
That's also true.
Ash, do you like to be challenged and surprised?
Sometimes.
Stefan's love is pure. He'll always be good for her. To which you were like, oh, then pick Stefan.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Damon, though, is either the best or the worst. So it's a gamble on Damon, Ash.
Right. Either the best or the worst. But it's like, but do you really want to be with someone who can sometimes be the worst for you?
Yeah, don't you want to just settle?
No, it's not settling. It's her true love.
Don't you want to just settle for, like, middle?
They love each other.
Ty is staying at Caroline's house. He's worried about Klaus getting killed, because then he'll die. He's sired. Caroline isn't losing Ty again, she says. Ty finds the horse and Caroline drawing from Klaus.
I know.
Does Klaus have a thing for you? Ty is worried and jealous.
It's like, you see one piece of paper, you're going to freak out. Are you going to leave? I'm not even going to sleep on your couch. Mama. All right, chill out, Ty.
All right, Ash, I gotta show you this horse drawing that this girl did for me, though. You'd be so mad.
Okay, I would be mad.
See? So Ty is mad.
I was like, wait, what?
This girl drew you a whole horse? Hold on a second.
Oh, were you with her when she drew it?
That was my joke during no spoilers for... can I say this without getting into an ambulance spoiler? We watched Ambulance. Mm-hmm. We watched Ambu, L.A., the new Michael Bay joint.
Ambulance.
And the characters are with this lady the whole time. And my joke was like that when... I can't say it even without spoiling.
When one of the characters came back with a different person there, they were like, who's this?
Yeah, that was my joke.
That's the most vague you can get.
Look, if you've seen Ambulance...
You get it.
Towards the end... I'm making a joke similar to that. Anyway...
Is that so bad?
This lady drew this guy a horse in that movie. Okay? Basically. All right. Alaric and Rebecca are in the cave. Alaric grabs a stake. Why would I give you the one thing that keeps me alive? Alaric says that's his bargaining chip. Mm-hmm. But Esther is inhabiting Rebecca's body and still wants her kids to die.
Yeah, surprise! It wasn't Rebecca. It was Esther. That's why Esther did that weird shake thing earlier.
Yeah,
because she was getting into Rebecca's body.
She was Harlem shaking into that body,
and then she just walked right into that cave.
Yeah, how come she can go in the cave? She's a vampire.
She's a witch.
Oh, she's a witch, not a vampire.
Mm-hmm. And she has the Bennett bloodline stuff.
Oh, she's a witch, not a vampire. Dang. Well, that's it. All right, see you guys later. Just kidding. Ash, how many fangs would you give this episode?
Oh, well, it was too infuriating.
Well, it was pretty long, 42 minutes.
Yeah. How many fangs did we do? 2? That's the big one?
Oh, yeah, that's the big one. That's the big one.
I would do 1.5.
1.5 fangs.
Yeah.
I still... Look, we had our issues with it. Road trip or flying, we were confused. We never saw a plane. We never saw the B-roll. You know, there's the B-roll of the plane, taking off.
Yeah, no, nothing. Or them getting in the car, starting it up, loading in their bags.
Ash, the 2 things they could have done, the cliches, are either the plane...
The Nick Lachey's.
Are the plane, taking off and, the air is wobbly.
It's, hot. Yeah.
That's a good trope that we could have seen. Or landing. Mm-hmm. And it's all wobbly. Or the key in the ignition, shifting, foot stamping on the gas. Yeah. We could have seen either of those.
Or the hatchback open and they put their bag in and slam.
Yes, please. Any of those.
Putting on the Waze on your phone. That's a commercial for the
we got
new weird phone thing.
Yeah, for something that doesn't exist anymore. We got the TomTom jacked in Samsung edition.
Right.
And guess who narrates it? The very own Alaric.
Yeah.
Alaric's alter ego tells you how to get to the friggin' mall.
That's so goofy. I will say for the 1.5 fangs, it was a very big deal to see Damon and Elena have that big kiss.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Stefan, so, oh man. I do love Damon, I'm just going to say. I do love him. But the first love was between Stefan and Elena, and that needs to continue.
What about the first love was between Damon and Catherine?
Yeah, if Catherine wasn't such a bee all the time, I would be happy for them.
Oh, yeah. Hey, chill vibes. Stefan and Elena double date Damon and Catherine.
Yeah, as long as everyone can, like, behave.
Oh, beehive. I'm going 2 fangs, 1 fang for each method of transportation that they potentially... No, what was I going to say? 2 fangs.
Because you're happy to see Jeremy.
1 for each ego of Alaric.
All right. What are your Pete-dictions?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so...
We're getting ready to end the season.
Yes. We're episode 19, 22 eps in the season.
Getting close.
Alaric is going to go full alter ego. He's going to be walking around alter egoing. Rebecca, a.k.a. Esther, is going to have the stake. She is going to try and kill probably Klaus. She's going to try and kill one of her kids, probably Klaus. Or maybe she has, like, Rebecca tied up, I want to say, or, like, captured in some kind of way. I don't want to say tied up, Ash. I don't want to be thinking about Rebecca tied up right now. But captured in some kind of way.
Catherine, you said?
Rebecca.
You just said Catherine instead of captured.
Rebecca, Catherine in some kind of way.
Man, you got all the ladies on the brain tonight.
Ash. But is that true or not?
I'm not saying.
Rebecca, we don't know where she's at right now. She could be Catherined up right now.
Well, you saw Rebecca's body in the cave with the white oak ash.
Oh, so
thingy.
So Esther's just piloting that junk like a plane or a car
on
a road trip.
Wearing her like a dress.
Okay, so maybe Rebecca is in Esther's body somewhere.
Okay, maybe.
All right. Anyway,
she's definitely not Catherine somewhere.
Will Esther in whose ever body be stabbing Rebecca in whose ever body or Klaus is the question.
Okay.
But I think she's going to try and do that. I think Ty is definitely going to be in the mix.
You think
he doesn't want Klaus to die.
You think some of these peeps are about to die?
Some people are going to die for sure
like
at the end of this season.
The mains?
Probably some mains, probably a main or two. I mean, Ty is expendable in my eyes.
Okay.
Will Matt die? I don't think so. I think Matt keep his nose clean. Alaric, I mean, I thought he had a 3-episode jump. So I think the expendables are Alaric and Ty. Obviously not main cast. Some of these OGs are out of there. I mean, Finn, R.I.P. Finn, when you just saw Sage. Finn, R.I.P. Cole. Maybe Cole has an interesting somebody in his bloodline that's going to disappear when he gets killed. I don't know. Some of these OGs are going down.
All right, those are some good Pete-dictions.
But if one OG goes down, do they all? Is that still a truth?
No, they're not linked anymore.
Okay, because
Bonnie broke the spell.
Finn is dead.
Yeah, and Finn died.
All right. Bonnie, will she get to come back for this season, or is she on? Did they put her on hiatus? Mm-hmm. We don't know. Abby Bennett, we'll never see her again. She's done. The guy from House of Wax, he'll probably pop up at some point. Ash.
We did it.
We did it. Couple more eps.
Mm-hmm.
Season 3.
What are you plugging today?
Vampy D's, Ash's Vampsplaining.
You want to do your song one more time?
Somebody's worried about the bros, Stefan and Damon.
No, this one.
It's like Finn when you just saw Sage. Daggered for 900 years. And you die the next day. It's a white oak ash. Got turned into a steak. You got veiny and gray. It figures. Good?
Yeah, great.
Someone who can really sing needs to sing that. I mean, Alanis, if you're listening.
Of course, she's our number one fan.
I mean, she does, like, hit up the high dive DMs all the time. Like, I thought there were different fangs. It's ironic that I had different amount of fangs than you. It's like 2 fangs.
When you said 1.
Ash, what to plug?
Appreciate your mothers. Appreciate your teachers. That was both last week, but don't forget to do it. Mother's Day. Teachers appreciate.
I got nothing. Just support your local thing that you care about.
That sounds good. Do that.